welcome to the channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So as you guys already know, it's that time of the year, the first AliExpress sale of 2023. So for this video, I'm going to recommend 4 watches and a newly released watch, which I can't recommend just yet, but I'm going to bring it to your attention. And the 4 watches that I'm going to recommend, I've had them in hand, I've got personal experience with them, and I really think those are great purchases to look at for the start of this year. So let's get into it. The first watch I want to recommend, I don't have it actually in hand, but I have done a full review on it. It's the Proxima PX, is it 1697? But it's that Christopher Ward homage, and it is really well built. I mean, the reviews that are done on it was great, and I think across the board, when you look at other YouTubers that reviewed it, they also agreed that watch is so well built. It's got a great size, it's got great looks, great build quality as well, the dial, the handset, etc. They also come with the PT5000 movement, and they also have other variants. So they've gone, for the unicorn logo with the Proxima text also. You've also got the smoky or the phantom dial that they used in one of the previous watches, and you've got like a Seamaster bezel, so it gives you like a Christopher Ward C60 sapphire homage. And I think next to the M300 that Proxima make, this is probably one of the better watches as well. So it's been a good while since Proxima have kind of nailed something down to the ground, and that is definitely one you guys should consider. So keep an eye on that in the sales. The next one I want to talk about is, of course, this one. To date, I think this is probably the most significant watch that AliExpress has come out with. It's the IX&DAO Friends of Ipose Serica homage. Now, the review I done on it, and I think what a lot of you guys think as well, I think the watch is absolutely incredible. But the best thing about this watch is the value for money this can give you. It's got the cheapest SW200 movement. The SW200, as you should know, is a clone of the ETA 2824. But it's a Swiss-made clone, so it has, that same reliability and accuracy. And you can get that with the SW200 for around £250, making it the cheapest SW200 watch. Now, not only that, it's not just about the movement. You guys saw the review. Spoke very highly of this watch. I've paired mine with the red strap, as you can see, and I like this color option pretty well. But they do have loads of other colorways. The build quality is there. It's excellent. I love the case shape, very unique, and we know they homage Serica. Of course, we can't give props to IX&DAO for the design, but the execution we can definitely give them props. It's executed really well. Now there is a V2 out claiming to fix any alignment issues. For the record, my one doesn't have any, but somebody did get in touch with me on the channel saying they've got the V2 and it does have alignment issues. But aside from that, I think the watch is absolutely incredible, definitely worth the purchase. Even the PT5000 is a much cheaper option, but the SW200 is a no-brainer. So moving on, next is another watch which I just recently reviewed. It's the Thorn BB58. I've got my modded version. As you guys know, I already bought one before I bought the Thorn. Pound for pound, much better than the San Martin. The finishing is there. The attention detail is exquisite. The transitioning, the brushing, it's all there. Domed sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, etc. The only thing I'd suggest is probably getting a San Martin clasp. The clasp is 18 millimeters. If you're not happy with this, you want to get like a dive watch clasp. But other than that, it is built really well. Obviously, another thing which I'd mention or call out is the links. It's double-headed screws, so that is very fiddly, and I find that an absolute nightmare. But if you're okay with that, I think the price they're asking for this 120, and if in the sale it is discounted, then that's definitely one to purchase. Now the fourth one on the list is a watch which I just recently done a review on. You guys should have seen it. Is the Tactical Frog Speed Timer homage. There's a bit more of a demand for quartz watches, and I'll pay attention to the comments that you guys leave. So a lot of you guys want to look at solar quartz movements and a lot more quartz options, which are not as the cheap basic quartz out there. Something which is quite good and reliable, and I think this does satisfy that. Also, it's got the looks of the speed timer. I mean, the build quality is awesome. Again, the level that we're seeing coming from AliExpress, I'd say from the back end of last year, has just shot up now. And for the price these people are charging now, the quality that you get is mind-boggling, to be honest. But this does have a couple of subjective issues, main thing on the design, etc. But in terms of anything else, there's no real deal breakers on there. The quality is solid. and it is a nice watch to have. It is also slightly bigger for the guys that prefer bigger watches. Now the last one I'm going to show you guys is a new release from St. Martin. It's very rare that you get AliExpress sales video that doesn't mention St. Martin. Now they've gone for a model which is very close to me in my hobby. Now you guys that follow the channel know I absolutely love the M300 from Seiko, and what they've homaged is I think the first Seiko MM300 diver. I'm not too sure about the reference number, but it's that first one that they did, the vintage style. It had the older handset, which is like paddle shaped. They've gone for that vintage 14 lume on the actual hour markers and the bezel. But what's different about this, because St. Martin never did a monoblock case, this is a full monoblock case, but also it does have a very strange and odd shape. So I've got mine on order. That should be coming here in a couple of weeks, because with the new M300, it's something I have to get my hands on. But I do really like that whole homaging the, you know, the first MM300 out there. But yeah, the case shape, I don't know, it seems a bit strange, or maybe it's just the pictures, but it's definitely something I want to see. Another thing to mention on that is the bracelet, female end links. That's what I can see in the picture, so that's definitely worth looking at, because that watch is going to be a big watch, and definitely those female end links will help how that sits on wrist. So that's definitely one to look out for. It's priced reasonably, £200 for an NH85. It's obviously on the top end, but we know St. Martin have gone above that in the past, so I think £200 is fairly reasonable for them. Of course, you know, it should have great finishing, should have, you know, great lume, bezel, etc. So let's see what we get when we look at that. So those are 5 watches that I think should look at for this March sale. Of course, you can look at many others. There's a lot of great brands, you know, from the last year that I reviewed, like Boltony, Seastern, other St. Martin models, a couple of Pagani designs in there as well. So feel free to look out, you know, make sure you use the links within the description. It definitely does help the channel, and I definitely appreciate that, you guys using those links. And you can actually travel on those links anyway on AliExpress. You don't have to just buy that particular watch. So thanks again for that. That is it from me today. Hope you do well in the sale, and I'll see you in the next video.